Oh, ultra-modern.
Look, is there something I can do for your love? Get you what?
You can tell me where I can find a space.
Sorry, what?
Well, I'm starting today.
Look, I think we must have a wire crossed here.
Didn't your boss tell you anything?
Well, Mr. Fairclough's away in France, so I don't see how the heck he could.
No, I mean our Raymond. Only from now on it's Mr. Langton. I'm the secretary, and I take it you are the workforce.
I suppose we'd better make a start.
Right, boss.
Dierdre, I'm not.
Not what?
The gaffer. I mean, we're equal, you and I. Stan Ogden came round this morning looking for winter work, and I told him the same thing. There's only hired hands here, you and me.
Look, Jerry, you were the one that risked your savings on this. You've got guts, you have. And as far as I'm concerned, you're far more right to call yourself boss round here than anybody, including you know.
Oh, they're out making a few speeches here this morning, aren't we?
What do you say I make a cup of tea instead?
Ah, that's a good first suggestion. Now about making a second one. I mean, look, I've taken this flipping mess on, but what can I do with it?
Look, I can still sign cheques so we can operate financially. Now all we've got to do is sort out the business side.
Yeah, exactly.
Look, get yourself round to Dobson Swales. Tell them the fix we're in.
What, tell them we can't finish their contract?
No, tell them we can. Because you can, you know, Jerry.
Well, I suppose there's a couple of fellas I know who'd be glad of a week or two's work.
Yeah, it'd be our graft, but it'd be worth it.
Look, granting I can then, what do we do about supplies? I mean, now that word's out that Fairclough and Langton are on the skids, who's going to let us have out?
Anybody who's got eyes in their head. You get out there, love, and use the only thing you've still got going for you. An honest face.
Jerry?
He's out.
Oh, I suppose you're just tying up the loose ends.
No, as a matter of fact, I'm hoping to unravel a few new ones. Dear sirs, our company has in the past had the pleasure of being of service to your firm to what we believe was our mutual satisfaction. We are now wondering... Hey, do you think that sounds right? Would it now occurs to us that you might have a few other little odd jobs you want doing? Because by crikey, we need the lolly.
We?
Yes. Jerry said I was to consider myself on an equal footing since we're both mucking in together.
Oh, but I mean, it didn't occur to me.
Yes, occur. It's got a better ring to it. I'll use that.
You'd be stopping on.
Not stopping? How do you think I could leave a smashing lad like that in the lurch?
Right, lady. Come on, spit it out before you have us all bankrupt.
I've no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, you've only been rude to the last half-dozen customers. Next one to walk in will probably get a hatchet through its skull.
Oh, well, I encouraged him to stay. I didn't know that you were going to be stopping on as well, did I? It's just her and him, and she's got this easy way of saying things, not all wittering on and clumsy like me. And I know he thinks she does her hair lovely because he remarked on it once. The only man won't go like that because it's been curly ever since I was in my prime.
Mavis Riley, do you realise you're a very lucky girl?
Well, I don't see how.
I'm probably the only other human being on this planet who knows what the heck you're going on about.
I mean, just the two of them day after day in the yard, brewing cups of tea and sharing the dinners.
So what? Dierdre is not Jerry's type. Even if she does let him have the odd nibble of a balm cake, she's definitely not his type. Take it from Mother.
Well, he realised that. I mean, will types come into it if she sets a cap at him? Well, we've had witness that there's nothing a really determined woman can't do.
Oh, aye, but Deirdre's not another Janet Barlow. I tell you what, just to be on the safe side, we'll do a bit of outflanking on his own, right?
Well, how? Shall I have my hair straightened?
The more outside work Jerry gets, the less he's stuck in that yard with Dierdre. That seductive love nest of uncontrollable passion. Joke!
Once he's finished the Dobson Swales job, he hasn't got any more work. That's what he's worried about.
Yes, he has.
Where?
Here. Well, there must be loads of jobs we can find want doing.
Can we?
Look, love, if I decide I want this place, well, knocking down and rebuilding again, there is nobody to stop me. I happen to be the boss. Well, on paper at any rate.
Oh, Reed, you're smashing.
Yeah, well, spread it about a bit, will you? I could do with a bit of good publicity.
Mavis needn't have worried because Dierdre wasn't interested in Jerry. In fact, there were several men competing for her affections, including Billy Walker and Ray Langton.
Hey, you, stop playing with that woman.
It's me who's playing with him. I'm toying with him. See what I mean?
Oh, she's too good for you.
What, playing darts?
At anything.
Oh, go on then, say something.
Give us a quid and she's all yours.
You get nothing for a quid these days.
Catches on fast, doesn't she?
You two was gentlemen, you'd have got them for me.
If we two was gentlemen, we wouldn't be playing with you.
Kelly's eye.
Huh?
Number 1, top of the pops, 5 past. And try and hit the board this time.
I thought you were supposed to finish on a double.
For you, number 1. For now.
Oh, aye, what's that supposed to mean when it's at home?
I thought you might be interested in a few private lessons, like 3:30 back room at the
Like
garage.
about 1/2 now. She's busy this afternoon.
Since when?
Since now. And just you remember who pays her wages.
Well, if that's all that's bothering you, I'll make it up.
Hey, it's not rent-a-bird, you know. Now, if you don't mind.
Hey there! Hey, you daft papers. Hey, Dierdre!
Hello. Thought you were just one of them fellas.
What you dash off for? Right, you wait till I got back.
Well, bet come, it's all right.
That's not all right. I didn't get a chance to say thanks.
Is that why you come chasing after me?
Yeah. Thanks. No, it was very nice.
Oh, smashing. Nice to be appreciated.
Well, it's nice to be recognised. No, you want to trade them glasses in for some decent ones. Have you eaten yet?
No, not yet.
Right, well, the best I can do is take you out from here. Come on.
Yeah, it'd be nice, but my mum's waiting. Can we make it some other time?
All right, some other time then. But I'm starving. Is there a chippy around here anyway?
Yeah, just round the corner.
Right, I'll get you £6 of the chips and I'll drop you home, OK?
Right.
Get it. I like that, you know.
What?
What you said out there. Get lost. But I still reckon you want to trade them glasses in. Where's your mum?
She's in the parlour. It's like her workroom.
She keeping out of the way on purpose.
Yeah, probably. She's like that. Sure she thinks we're courting. Here, you're going to take one of these.
It's a funny old word, that, isn't it? Courting. In my day, it was smooching, snogging, and sniffing round a bird. Now, there's an expression for
I
you.
can't stand that.
How'd you go about courting?
I don't know. Nobody's ever done it to me.
And what should I do first? Take hold of your hand?
Yeah, that'll be where you start.
Oh, God bless your mum. She gets some nice ideas, doesn't she? How would you like to be courted?
By you.
She's not a bad judge, your mum.
Well, isn't that funny? No, it's not said a word. I won't say he's been nice as pie, because that wouldn't be normal for Ray. I won't say I've seen a lot of him either.
He's not said anything about you and me last night?
No, not a word. Well, you didn't expect him to, did you?
Oh, I hoped you wouldn't, but... I mean, I don't mind what he says to me, but if he
Do you mind if I have a word with the young master?
What do you want?
Oh, you can tell his aristocracy, can't you, the way he treats the peasants. It's brown ales, your lordship. If your eminence would just bring us up a crate, your worship. It's the only language they understand, you know, crawling.
Morning.
Oh, I took my lunch hour early. I'll be back at 1:45.
Did I ask?
No.
I'm just keeping you company, aren't I? So you won't be lonely seeing Billy's not around for a couple of minutes.
Are you drinking?
No, I'm talking, can't you tell? Or isn't it allowed?
It's okay.
Oh, well, that's nice to hear. We've got the freedom of speech back again. I mean, a fella can talk to one of his own employees. That's what she is to me, mate. I pay her wages. What do you do?
Look, I've got to get to the shops. I'll see you later.
All right.
What now?
Honestly, I really used to enjoy working in that place. Nowadays, with that fella.
Ray Langton, you mean?
Who else?
Oh, thank you.
Mr. Langton,
The one and only.
I'm Dierdre's mother. I've got something for you.
Something for me. What the hell was that for?
Oh, that's just for starters. If you want another one, just try picking on Dierdre again.
Oh, right there in the Rovers.
That's right.
You must be going out of your mind.
Look, no one picks on my daughter and gets away with it.
But he's me boss.
Well, that gives him no special privileges, not these days.
You do realise you've just cost me my job, don't you?
Oh, don't talk silly.
You don't honestly think I could go back there again now, do you?
Well, why not?
Because he'd have me cards waiting for me, that's why not.
Well, if he does, love, you know what to do, don't you?
What?
Turn straight round and send me to collect them for you. I'll let him have another one on the other side.
Hello, Weatherfield 4329. Hello, love.
Was that my favourite girlfriend?
Yeah, I'm fine. Hey, where are you? Will you be on tonight?
No, it'll be tomorrow. Are you missing me? Hey, listen, I've just been on the phone to my mum and she reckons that Ray Langton got himself another punch-up with your mother.
Yeah, that's right. She belted him straight across the face. No. Hey, listen, I'll tell you all about it when I see you, okay?
Hey, listen, there go the pips, and I haven't got any more change on me. Okay, I'll call in as soon as I get back, okay?
Yeah. Yeah, me too. Hey, take care of yourself on the way home. Try, love.
Billy?
Yeah.
What did he want?
Oh, he's just phoning to let me know I'll be home tomorrow.
I see. It's serious then, is it? This one?
If anybody else wants me, I'll be upstairs, washing my hair.
Thank you, dear. Is due home tomorrow, I believe.
I beg your pardon.
Billy.
How do you know that, Mrs. Hunt?
Oh, he said. You know, when he rang.
Rang?
This afternoon.
Billy rang you this afternoon?
Well, not me. Dierdre. To tell her when he'd be home. Tell me, Mrs. Walker, do you like big hats?
Big hats?
Well, we wouldn't want to clash, would we? At the wedding.
Oh, I wish Billy would hurry up if he's coming. I'm in enough trouble already without being late for work again today.
Well, off with you then. I'll send him round to yard.
Oh, yeah, and I've Ray Langton making snide cracks all day. No thanks.
Oh, perhaps he went home first.
He didn't.
You're very sure.
I am.
Come away from Winder. You know what they say about watch pots?
Pots? What have they got to do with it?
Look, fix your mind on something else and he'll be here before you know it.
Well, can't you cast a spell on him or something and make him appear in a puff of blue smoke out of that milk bottle? He's here.
How do?
Hello, Billy. Nice to see you again. How was it at wherever you've been?
Oh, I've been all over. Plenty of work, good for the figure and good for the wallet.
Well, if you ever get tired of Dierdre, you know, I'm fancy free.
She means it and all.
Hey, I've got you both a little present, you know.
Hey, thanks. Smashing.
Oh, Billy, you shouldn't have.
I'm always doing things I shouldn't do.
Oh, it's lovely. Really it is.
Oh, Mum, have you seen where he's got me?
Oh, that is nice, Dierdre. Very nice indeed.
You thought it was something else, didn't you?
Of course I didn't.
Well, I'd better be reporting home.
Oh, I've met your mother, you know.
So I've heard. And Ray Langton.
Me and your mother had quite a chat.
Yeah, what about? You never did, sir.
Oh, this and that.
Any more tea?
No, thanks, Mum. There's plenty left.
Would you like anything else, love?
No, thanks, Mrs. Walker. That was lovely.
Good. I always think crab has such a fresh taste and it makes a nice change. I better get in there, I suppose, love. I don't think we'll need you to help out tonight.
Oh, thanks. I was hoping you'd say that.
See you both later.
Ta-da. Right, come on. Tell your lover, boy. What's it all about?
What's what all about?
Oh, you know what I'm talking about. The big silent bit.
Ah, nothing. I'm all right.
Oh, no, you're far from all right. You're in a funny mood and it's just not like you.
We all have our off days.
You don't. That's why I'm crazy about you. The only bird I've ever known who's perfect all the time.
Well, let's say we all get a bit tired sometimes.
Tired of what? Hang on. Won't be a minute. Right, now stop that and sit yourself down. Now, that is a bank book.
A bank book.
Now, before we start, are you my girl or are you?
I'm your girl.
Right. And sooner or later, I'm going to make you my wife. And you'd rather it was sooner than later, right? Hey, you didn't think I'd gone upstairs for a little box with a ring in it, did you?
Why not? We like that. Shows I'm a proper girl.
I know you're a proper girl. And one of these days I'm going to make you me proper wife. And I'd like it to be sooner than later and all, but that says no. Because that says I am worth 526 quid 52 pence. Plus a bit of a garage, which I need for earning a living and saving. Because 526 quid is definitely not enough to get married on.
Why not?
Oh, now, come on, let's keep it intelligent. All right. Suppose we don't buy an house and we're lucky enough to find somewhere to rent. We got the furniture, and then there's deposits on the curtains and the carpets. Let's not forget the wedding.
I wasn't forgetting the wedding. That's the only thing I was thinking about, not about setting up home. I know it's not enough for that.
But you don't mean that you...
Yes, I do. I mean, living with my mum or yours.
My mum?
Oh, why not? I get on well enough with her.
You share a kitchen with her. You go straight into the Guinness Book of Records.
Oh, don't be so daft. She's sensible, I'm sensible.
Well, you don't scare easy, I'll give you that.
Oh, that's just it. I'm frightened to death. You're frightened. You're frightened to getting married. I'm frightened to not getting married.
Hey, now, come on, don't give me that on-the-shelf bit. Not at 20, not looking like you do.
Oh, come on, Billy, don't start talking about chances with other fellas. I want you.
Hey, come on. Look, I know I'm thick, but I'm not that thick. I know what you were on about. And as usual, you're quite right. Just answer me one thing. If we could get married, would you really live with me mum? Then there's no doubt about it. I'm definitely a wanted fella, ain't I?
Of course you are, you twit.
Come on, get on your bonnet and shawl. And we go out and find somewhere nice and quiet. We got some things to sort out. Them sort of things. Find a nice, quiet, exotic, candlelit place. How about the back room at the Flying Horse?
If it was good enough for Jackie Onassis, it's good enough for us.
That's good enough for me. But it's definitely not good enough for you.
Do you reckon there's enough?
You must be joking. You've got a pair of curtains out of what's left over. Hey, come here.
Oh, I haven't time now. I'm pinching time from the yard as it is. Try it on Flossie instead.
That's what I like about you. You're so flippin' romantic.
Hello.
Oh, are you?
Saw your bike outside. I just thought I'd stick my head in.
Well, you can just stick it out again. This here's something you're not supposed to see.
Everybody's decent, aren't they? Even her.
That's what I'm talking about, you gorp. It's for a wedding dress.
Oh, don't be so daft, ma'am. It's not even a dress yet. Anyway, you know what I think about them silly superstitions.
Oh, clever, aren't you? Just like your father was, till fairies got him.
Pardon?
You're not going to trot that daft story out again, are you?
No, go on, tell us.
In the Isle of Man, on a coach trip. Now, they took us over that little bridge where fairies are supposed to live. And we all like to say, good morning, little people. Otherwise, if you're not polite to them, they bring you bad luck.
Go on.
Well, we all said good morning. But would my old man? Oh, no. Load of codswallop, he said.
So?
That night, he were as sick as a cat on bad cockles and stale beer and spent the rest of the holiday in bed, moaning.
Well, I don't think that had much to do with the fairies.
But true as I'm standing here.
Anyway, if you're so flipping superstitious, it's a wonder you're not having kittens about this wedding outfit of yours.
Me? Why should I be having kittens?
Well, isn't it bad luck for both mums to wear the same colour?
Not bad luck, love. Just very embarrassing. Hey, but how does your mum feel about it now, Billy? Got over the shock, has she?
Oh, to tell you the truth, I don't know. I haven't asked her. I've had other things on my mind. But knowing my mum, I doubt it.
Me too.
I'm not getting my knickers in a twist, though. You can't hurry me, ma'am. It'll be finished when it's finished, but it'll be right every stitch.
Of course it will. Your mother is a perfectionist, and never more so than when her own daughter's wedding is concerned. It's only natural, isn't it? Which brings us to this unfortunate matter of our wedding outfits.
How?
Pardon?
How did it bring us to your wedding outfits?
Well, surely you're as concerned as we are, aren't you, Deirdre? You don't want us to be in the same colour.
Well, to tell you the truth, Mrs. Walker, I'm not all that bothered. Chances are I won't even see you.
You won't even see us? I don't understand.
Mrs. Walker, the only thing that's concerning me right now is whether or not I'm going to wear my glasses under my veil. Chances are I'll be leaving them off, so I'll be staggering down that aisle blind as a bat. And if I do happen to catch a glimpse of either of you, you'll just be a vague greenish blur. You might as well be a couple of grapes.
That's hardly the point, Deirdre, is it? I mean, your guests will be laughing at us behind their hymn books.
Why should they? You might be setting a new fashion. After all, they have matching bridesmaids at a wedding. Why not have matching mums?
Oh, you can't be serious, Deirdre.
Oh, I am actually, Mrs. Walker. I'm very serious. I mean, I've never gone along with all this stuff about a girl's wedding day being the most important day in her life. I mean, the actual wedding day is just a load of rubbish, isn't it, really?
I'd hardly say that.
Well, it's all tears and phony sentiment. And people you never see from one year's end to the next getting drunk at your expense. Not to mention all the bitching and binding that goes on behind the scenes.
Well, if you feel like that, I'm surprised you're having a wedding at
To
all.
tell you the truth, Mrs. Walker, Billy and I aren't that concerned. We're only having one because we thought the relations would be upset if we didn't.
I see. And are those your mother's sentiments, too?
Oh, not really, love.
Well, that's something.
But she's right about bitching and binding at weddings. I've seen it. And it's often parents that cause it.
I hope you're not accusing me of causing trouble, are you?
Of course not, love. Nobody is. It's just that you're upset about our outfits being same colour, that's all.
Well, you are as well, aren't you?
Not if Dierdre's not, no.
Well,
If it's really preying on your mind, Mrs. Walker, there is a very easy way out of it.
Of course there is. Get Billy to run you over to Chester, and if you tell the shop what's happened, I'm sure they'll change it for you.
Your poor mum. You should have seen her face.
Yeah.
And it was obvious she'd come all set for a big diplomatic victory. Weren't her day, were it?
No, it wasn't. I got a bit shirty with her and all. She just caught me at the wrong time.
I mean, obviously she was right. It would have looked stupid if they both turned up wearing the same colour. No, what got my back up was the way she took it for granted that my mum should be the one to go and change her outfit.
She said that, did she?
Well, not in so many words, but it were obviously what she were angling at.
Yeah, well, I suppose if you've gone all the way to Chester for something, it comes a bit hard when you've got to go all the way back there again.
She were the one who was kicking up all the fuss.
Yeah, but like you said, she was right.
Just what are you getting at?
Yeah, I'm not getting at anything. As I told my mum, I'm strictly neutral.
You think my mum were in the wrong, don't you?
Oh, no, of course not.
Yes, you do. I can see it in your face. You think that just because my mum got her dress off the peg in Manchester, she should have been the one to back down. Well, well, well. Life's full of little surprises, isn't it? It's amazing the things you can find out about a fella when you're within spitting distance of getting married to him.
Oh, I don't know what you're on about.
I'm on about this newfound sense of family loyalty of yours. That's what I'm on about.
Don't be sarky, love. It don't suit your complexion.
Usually you're the first one to get annoyed when your mum starts playing Lady Muck.
Yeah, but she wasn't doing that in this case, was she? I mean, you said so yourself. She had a good point.
That's a matter of opinion.
Yeah, well, I happen to think it is.
Oh, do you? A minute ago you were strictly neutral.
I am neutral. I just don't want to get involved.
Doesn't look like it.
Look, I just think that you and your mum could have been a bit more accommodating, that's all.
Well, I'm sorry you were disappointed.
But it's not as if Blanche is having to do the full bride's mother's bit, is it? I mean, she's getting off pretty light, if you come to think about it.
Come again.
Well, she's not having to pay for the wedding, is she?
Thanks for reminding me. I'm glad to see that chivalry isn't dead.
I didn't mean it like that. I just think it was another reason why she might have backed down.
Anything else to get off your chest?
Yeah, all right, there is. OK, so my mum's got her faults, and sometimes she comes the old grand dame bit a bit. But she's got heart of gold underneath all that, and you ask anyone around here.
Is anybody saying any different?
No, perhaps they're not, but I think you should have remembered that when you started ganging up
We
against her.
weren't ganging up against
Well,
her.
it sounds as if we were to me. Yeah, and don't forget we've got to come and live with her, you know. I mean, she's given us home till we get one of our own.
Yeah. Well, as a matter of fact, I've been meaning to have a word with you about that.
About what?
I've decided I don't want to live here after all.
You don't. But you said you'd rather live here because there's more room here than there is at your place.
Yeah, well, I've changed my mind, haven't I? I've decided I'd rather start where I am. Till we get a place of our own, anyway.
I'm finding out things about you and all, aren't I?
Well, things went from bad to worse, and finally the wedding was off. The first of many failed romances for Dierdre. So she decided to make a clean break of it and resign from her job as well.
Mum, when I say anything, I mean anything.
Well, you're not being much help, love.
Sorry, I don't feel like being much help. I don't know, bowl of soup, couple of boiled eggs, corned beef, anything.
And I don't know why you bothered to come home for your dinner.
Oh, neither do I. Except perhaps I had a daft idea that my mother wouldn't mither me.
Now, look, madam.
Mum, everybody is being very kind. And as you well know, that sort of thing can be very tiring. I mean, Jerry's just asked me to go to the Rovers with him. You can imagine what that would have been like. Betty would have pressed the alarm bell and Billy and his man wouldn't have dared come out the back. And everybody would have been buying me drinks and talking about everything under the sun. Except, of course...
Sorry, love. I should have known better. How about some luncheon meat?
Yeah, great.
Would you like it fried or cold?
Cold.
Right. Hey, sure you wouldn't prefer corned beef? You know you like it.
No, luncheon meat's fine.
Right, you get your feet up.
Do you know, I reckon that must have been about the only sensible thing he's ever said in his life.
What's that, love?
Albert Tatlock in the Rovers one night. He said the only trouble with pendulums is they never stop in the middle unless clock's not going. Why can't life be reasonable instead of marvellous 1 minute and flipping horrible the next?
Well, it's not like that for most people.
Oh, great. That's some consolation, I suppose. I'm not most people, and it is like that for me. I mean, 1 minute it was beautiful, and then over comes the pendulum, and yuck. You know, I just wanted it to stop in the middle, you know. I wanted him to say, OK, we'll cool off, we'll take things a bit easy, we won't rush into anything, but we can still go out with each other, we can still be friends, instead of which he... Wonder what he's thinking, Mum.
I've no idea, love.
Wonder if he's thinking the same thing I'm thinking.
Well, it depends what you said to him.
I mean, he knows me. He knows I talk a load of rubbish sometimes.
Yeah, maybe he does.
So if he wants to believe me, he'll believe me rubbish or not.
Look, I didn't say that.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh, do stop it, Dierdre. You get some silly idea fixed in your head and nothing will shift it. Now, you don't know what he's thinking. I mean, you might be as mixed up as you, or... Well, you don't know, and there's an end of it. So you'll just have to leave it at that. I mean, this isn't the last time it'll happen to you.
God help me.
Now, look, I've told you, get used to it. And listen to what I'm saying for once, because I'm being serious.
I know you are. You called me Dierdre.
Secretaries may come and secretaries may go. Hey, oh, look who it isn't then. Hey, love, we thought you'd migrated, being a secretary bird. What did I tell you?
I'll go and put the kettle on.
There's no need. What did you tell him?
What?
Just now.
Oh, that, yeah, well, just that you'd come back.
And here I am.
There's nothing to kill yourself.
There's quite a few phone messages, actually, Dierdre.
They said you wouldn't, you know, these two here with their mouths wide open now. They thought you'd quit.
I'll get up, then.
Just a minute.
What's this, then?
My resignation.
You resignation?
So I'd like me cards if you've no objection.
Just a minute, there's no need to be
Do you
so
remember
hasty.
when I came to work here at first, how I spent days organising this place, sorting out finances, so that the place had run more smoothly.
What are you supposed to be doing?
I'm trying out a new filing system.
Gone round the
No, look,
twist,
stop it.
mate.
Fed up here. I hate this dump. I hate the job. And I hate
Dierdre!
all of you.
Maybe on the rebound, or maybe not, but Dierdre was soon involved with Ray Langton, and just as soon engaged to be married to him.
Oh, hello, Len. Lost somewhat, have you?
Apart from my favourite secretary, you mean?
Oh, she's got a mind of her own. Always has had.
As if that wasn't bad enough, Langton's gone missing too.
Oh, I?
You don't know where he is, do you?
Matter of fact, I do. Around at our house. He's been there for ages.
What are they doing?
Well, when I left, Dierdre was showing him the door. But then she's been doing that for the last 2 hours.
You're cutting your own nose off, you know that, don't you?
What, throwing up my marvellous well-paid job, you mean?
Oh, well, you'd get more money, all right, but well, you'd never get the same sort of freedom. You never get to do things your way, you know, like you do round the yard. I know you. You could never be a little fish in a big typing pool, not you. Not after bossing us lot about.
You're wasting your time, I'm afraid, Raymond.
All right, then you go ahead and find someone else. But I'm warning you, you'll be sorry.
I'm sorry now. I wish it could have been different. I mean, you've admitted you were in the wrong. You've even come round here and apologised. Coming from you, that's summit, even if you don't mean it.
I do mean it.
But I know you, Raymond. You couldn't change your spots no matter how hard you tried. Listen, I guarantee that if I came back to the yard now, we'd be back to square one before tea time.
I guarantee we wouldn't.
Of course we would. First time you caught me daydreaming, it'd be back to the old routine again, chucking Billy Walker in me face.
Oh, Billy Walker. Can we please forget about Billy Walker?
I have done. And Stuart can't forget him.
Rubbish.
Is it?
Rubbish.
Why were you so narked when I took up with Billy?
I wasn't knocked.
You must be joking.
All right. Because I knew you didn't stand a chance. You and him. Not your type.
Oh, yeah? What is my type?
Because you wouldn't listen, would you? Swanking round with the local garage boss. Annie Walker's son. Like a big soft kid.
Is that what you think? I was just showing off.
Well, you were, weren't you?
No, I flaming were
Well,
not.
I say you were, Walker. Do me a favour, Dierdre. If it weren't so tragic, it'd be funny.
Get out. Get out!
Why not back to that again? I thought we was getting somewhere.
We were until you opened your flaming big gob. It's like a bit shaft.
Me?
Yes, you.
Well, I wish I could say you look lovely when you're angry, but you don't.
Get out.
Dierdre,
What?
do you really want me to go?
No.
About flaming time.
Ah.
What have you been doing? Getting up a big contract for us?
I got on very well.
Is she coming back?
Oh, yes, she's
Hey,
coming
you haven't
back.
offered her a rise, have you?
No.
Well, where the hell have you been? You've been away all day.
Well, as a matter of fact, we're going to get married.
Come again?
We're going to get wed.
Who?
Me and Dierdre. I'm not joking. We're going to get married. Like soon. Very soon.
You not hungry, love? I said you not hungry, because if you're not, I'll side table. Time I were at that shop.
Oh, sorry. Anyway, I'll side table.
Oh, would you?
Guess what, Mum?
What?
I'm going to get married.
Oh, aye. Met him last night, did you? Swept me off your feet with half a pint and a packet of crisps, did he? Oh, I'd wait till you'd known him a bit longer if I were you, love. See how you feel tomorrow.
Actually, I've known him for a couple of years already.
Not Billy. What are you on about, then?
It's Ray Langton. I'm going to marry Ray Langton.
Ray Langton?
Yeah.
Ray Langton?
You're repeating yourself, Ma'am. Yeah, Ray Langton.
You mean it, don't you?
Yeah.
Don't be ridiculous. Ray Langton. Don't be ridiculous.
I mean it, Ma'am.
I'm not going to discuss it, Dierdre. I refuse to discuss it. I mean, it goes beyond everything. I know you're not all there sometimes, but Ray Langton, I'm not going to discuss it, Dierdre.
All right, have it that way if you want it, but it's true.
How can it be true?
It just is.
Oh, it can't be true.
It is, Ma'am. Last night. We decided last night. Hey, I thought you were due at shop.
Oh, damn the shop. You were at each other's throats most of yesterday, as per usual. I mean, I heard you in here. So how is it changed all of a sudden? I mean, how can you just stand things on their head just like that? Oh, now, come on, Dierdre. You were popping with reasons why you shouldn't marry Billy Walker. Well, now I'm popping with them why you shouldn't marry Ray Langton.
I'm not.
Then you're a fool.
Maybe.
You don't even get on with him.
I haven't done, no.
Oh, I see. It's one of them miracles, is it? I mean, you've suddenly seen him in a new light, have you? Well, what's he done? Changed his hairstyle? Started washing his neck?
Look, I can't explain it, Mum, except that I've got no doubts. No doubts whatever.
You bet you can't explain. You were made for each other. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, if you like.
You and Ray Langton? Oh, Dierdre.
Oh, Dierdre, what, Ma'am?
Well, it's just that...
Trust me, Ma'am, I know what I'm doing.
Well, what about all that business about feeling trapped if you got married? I mean, trapped round here. Trapped in the same sort of life forever and ever, like a Blackpool tram. I mean, Ray Langton won't whisk you off to no paradise, you know. He wouldn't know how to start. He's a pint and baccy merchant for all his fancy talk and his airs. I bet he watches telly in his stocking feet. Picking his nose at the same time, I shouldn't wonder. He's a lout and a big mouth and a troublemaker. He's dead rough, and I bet he sleeps with his window shut. He won't help you round the house, you know, and I wouldn't trust him with a nun. Oh, I could go on forever.
I never realised how much you liked him, Ma'am.
Oh, do be serious, Dierdre, for God's sake. It's your life, your future.
I am being serious, Ma'am. I'm going to marry him. Tomorrow, as a matter of fact.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, at register office.
I see. Just give me one good reason, Dierdre. Just one. That's all I ask. Well? Oh, surely...
Yeah, you're right, Ma'am. All those reasons I had for not getting married, they still apply.
But then what the heck are you...
Just give me a chance. Give me a chance to explain myself. They still apply, yeah. But, well, the point is, they don't seem to matter. Not like they did with Billy. I don't want anything else from Ray. Just him. Just his big, daft, obnoxious self. Well, there's always been something between us. Sort of electricity, if you like. You know, I could never ignore him. Even when I was hating him, I was always hoping he'd wander into the office or I was looking round for him in the Rovers. Mostly so I could give him a mouthful. So I thought at the time, anyway. We've had all our rows, Ma'am. Perhaps it'll be smooth sailing from now on.
You really believe that, do you?
No. But I'm willing to take the risk. I mean, perhaps that's what it is, the risk involved. You know, he's a challenge. Oh, and he turns me on too, like he'd invented it.
You'll not change him, you know, Dierdre. I mean, if that's what you're thinking.
I don't want to change him, Ma'am. Well, not much, anyway.
You love him, then, do you?
I want to marry him. Like, this second. And I've no doubts. So I must love him, mustn't I? I must, Mum.
Ah, love. You must. Either that or you... You must, love.
Do you know the best way I can describe it?
How?
We belong together, Mum. I just feel it's right.
Marriage, according to the laws of this country, being the union of one man and one woman, voluntarily entered into for life to the exclusion of all others. Such marriage must not be entered into lightly or without due thought, but with mutual respect and the intention of furthering each other's mutual interest. And I have to ask you that you have no reason to say that you may not be legally married.
I call upon these persons here present.
To witness that I, Raymond Anthony...
To witness that I, Raymond Anthony...
Do take thee, Dierdre Ann...
Do take thee, Dierdre Ann...
To be my lawful wedded wife.
To be my lawful wedded wife.
Dierdre, will you now say after me... I call upon these persons here present...
I call upon these persons here present...
To witness that I, Dierdre Ann...
To witness that I, Dierdre Ann...
Do take thee, Raymond Anthony...
Do take thee, Raymond Anthony...
To be my lawful wedded husband.
To be my lawful wedded husband.
The ring, please. Will you, Raymond, now take this ring and place it on the third finger of Dierdre's left hand. And say after me, I give thee this ring as a token.
I give thee this ring as a token.
Of the pledge made between us.
Of the pledge made between us.
Dierdre, will you now say after me, I accept this ring.
I accept this ring.
As a token of the pledge made between us.
As a token.
As a token.
As a token.
Of the pledge.
Of the pledge made between us.
Dierdre and Raymond, having consented to be joined together, and having witnessed the same before the persons here present, and having symbolized your marriage by the joining of hands and the giving and receiving of the ring, I declare that you are now husband and wife together. Allow me to congratulate you both.
The Langtons threw a party to celebrate their first wedding anniversary. During the party, Dierdre broke the news that she was expecting a baby. Ray was delighted, and of course they had to look for somewhere bigger to live, so they looked at number 5, Coronation Street.
I think they enjoyed the lasagna.
They lapped it up.
Ray?
What?
You know when I went out earlier on?
Yeah.
I went to doctor's.
What's up?
Nothing.
Oh, look, you know what happened last time?
Yeah, I know. That's why I had the test 3 days ago and didn't tell anybody. Anyway, I went tonight and they're positive. I knew you wouldn't believe me, so I got it put on paper.
Hey!
Oh, shut up, you dumb thing!
Hey, can I have your attention, everybody, please?
Ray, no,
No, Telly, would you turn that record player down?
Sure.
Oh.
Now, it's not a speech, everybody. It's an announcement. No, it's not. It's a boast. Me and Deirdre's pregnant.
Is this true? Oh, Deirdre!
Now then, what would Madam like to see first?
Madam wouldn't. In fact, Madam wonders what she's doing here at all.
Oh, now, come on, love, at least give it a chance,
It's
will
not
you?
what I want, Ray.
Not like it is now, I know, but just think what we can do with it.
Oh, well, let's see now. You could blow it up, of course. That's one thing you could do with it.
This is a good house.
For somebody else.
You're just determined to be flaming awkward, aren't you?
Look, Ray, I am entitled to my own opinion. I mean, I know I'm just a mere woman.
All
all
right, don't get your knickers in a twist. All I want you to do is listen, and if you still don't think so, then say so. Now, for starters, we could knock this wall down and turn the entire floor, apart from the kitchen, into a big lounge.
If you do that, the whole street will fall down. They're only standing up because they're leaning on one another, you know.
Now, we can extend the kitchen halfway down the yard.
That's if you can get planning permission, which you won't.
No sweat, I've got this oppo down the planning office.
You are not going to convince me, Ray.
I can be very persuasive, you know.
Not this time, love.
That's what you said when you was courting Billy Walker, and now look how you're fixed.
Shall we go?
Not till I've shown you my plans for the bathroom.
Oh.
Up them stairs.
Try to look at it this way. There's millions and millions of women all having babies. So why should you suddenly get worried?
Look, if only if I knew what was going on. Hey, now what's happened? Has something gone wrong? Is she all right? Has she had it?
Give me a chance, will you? Yes, she's had it, and they're both fine. You've got a daughter, Mr. Langton.
And you don't mind, honest?
I've told you.
But you had your heart set on a boy.
I don't mind which it is. Hey, have you heard the news?
Yeah, congratulations.
Hey, what's she look like?
You'll see her in a minute.
She is all right. I mean, there's nothing wrong with her.
She's perfect. It was ever so funny when they gave her me at first. She got hold of my thumb, and the nail on her little finger looked just like yours.
Oh, why shouldn't it? I am a dead auntie.
Well, here you are. You might as well get used to her. Come on, take her. Come on. That's it.
Well?
She looks just like your mum.
Fred. She's smashing, isn't she?
Yeah.
Well, don't I get a look in? I can't believe she's ours.
Hey, should her nose be like that? Sort of squashed.
It's not squashed.
Hey, she's not half bad though, isn't she?
Do you think I'm clever?
I'll be getting back to work then. Bye.
Emily, Ray's not been in your place today, has he?
No, he hasn't. Not today.
He does come in, though, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
A lot?
No, not a lot. I wouldn't say a lot. Now and again.
But he's not been in today?
No, unless...
What?
He's been in while I've been on my break. The last half hour, he could have come in then, I suppose.
No, he could have, couldn't he?
Sounds as if you've lost him, Dierdre.
Well, I have, as a matter of fact.
Really?
Well, I've not seen him since this morning.
Oh, I'm sure there's nothing to worry about. Dierdre will be working hard somewhere, absorbed in the job, as they say, won't he?
I never said I was worried. I just said I hadn't seen him.
No, but...
What's going on, Emily?
Going on?
At your place, Dawson's. There is something going on, isn't there, with Ray and...
I only work with Janice.
So it is Janice. It is, isn't it?
Oh, Ray's just a customer,
More than
Dierdre.
a customer, Emily. That's why you've been so jumpy in his presence recently. You've been like a cat on hot bricks when he's been around.
Oh, I'm sure you're exaggerating, Dierdre.
Listen, I'll ask you just once more, as a friend, and you are my friend, aren't you? And even if you're not, I've got a right to know what's going on.
Oh, I don't know what's going on, if anything is going on. Ray comes into the cafe like everybody else does. Sometimes I serve him, sometimes Janice serves him. And when she does, well, they talk, obviously. Have a chat, a laugh together. I mean, they seem to get on very well. I can't tell you any more, Dierdre, because as far as I'm concerned, there's nothing more to tell.
As far as you're concerned, things still happen, Emily. Whether you decide to concern yourself or not, it doesn't stop them from happening.
I'm aware of that, but I can't go about jumping into everybody's problems with both feet, as I tend to end up worse off than the folk actually involved. I'm sorry. I can't help you any more.
One tea. Anything else?
No. You know who I am, don't you?
I know your name's Langton, yes.
Mrs. Langton, Ray's wife.
Yes, I know that too.
Oh, he tell you that, did he? Point me out to you somewhere. Say, that's her, that's the missus.
No, he didn't.
You just guessed.
Well, there's not that many Langtons around here. Even I can put two and two together.
Don't get clever with me, miss.
I didn't know I was doing. Is that it then? Interrogation over, is it?
You've been seeing him, haven't you? You've been going out with him, haven't you?
Does he say I have?
I'm asking you.
Well, don't. My life's my own affair.
Not what it concerns my husband, it's not.
Yes, it is. Your husband's life's your affair. Why don't you ask him about us?
Dierdre?
Dierdre! Dierdre! Oh, Dierdre, did you not hear me, love? What's the matter with you? But for God's sake, say something.
Get lost. Just get lost, Ray. Or else get back to your fancy piece. Yeah, go to Janice. Thanks very much, Peter, love. She wasn't any bother, was she?
No, she's been fine.
I'm not surprised. She's been up since 5. Anyway, thanks a
Oh, no,
lot.
look, I don't want anything. It was only for an hour. Bye, Mr. Langton. Ta-ra.
Thanks again, Peter, love.
Now, will you tell me what's going on? I see you walking down the road, you come charging home like a raving nutcase.
You won't have to put up with it for much longer.
Well, now where are you going to?
Packing. I'm leaving you, Ray.
You what?
I'm taking Tracy and I'm leaving.
But why?
You know flaming well why.
I do not.
You want me to spell it out for you? All right. You've been messing about with that girl at Dawson's. And as usual, the wife's the last one to know. But I do know, and I'm leaving you, and it's as simple as that.
Look, will you just listen to
At
me?
least do me a favour and don't lie to me like you have been doing this last few weeks. Working overtime, playing snooker matches, meeting business contacts, and Muggins believed it all. Because I believed in you, didn't I? I was fool enough to think I had a husband I could trust.
Dierdre, please, love, will you
You're
just
not going to tell me it didn't happen.
No. No, it happened, but it's over.
Is it?
Honest to God, Dierdre, I swear it, love, on Tracy's life.
Oh, I see. And that makes it all right.
Oh, of course it doesn't make it all right, but can't we even talk about it?
I don't want to hear.
Look, I'm not going to insult you with...
Insult me? That's a laugh.
With a load of lies. OK, it did happen. I can't pretend it didn't.
Not now I found out about it, you can't.
But it's finished. I was daft enough to hope you wouldn't find out.
I'll bet you did.
I didn't want you hurt.
Didn't you? Well, it's a bit flaming late for that. Get out of my way.
Dierdre, for God's sake, love.
Please, just get out of my way.
It's not too late to change your mind.
I'm not going to change my mind, Ray. No matter what you do.
Do? Oh, you mean Tracy? Don't worry. I'll not be doing nothing daft. She needs you more than she needs me.
Thanks. What are you going to do?
I'm going to Holland.
When?
Today. If I can't get a flight, I'll go by sea.
Oh?
What did you expect?
Well, I wasn't sure what you were going to do.
There's nothing for me here, is there?
If you say so.
What do you say?
Oh, don't start that again, Ray.
Well then.
Hello. Hey, what's job?
Well, we've not gone.
I can see that.
Dierdre's changed her mind, hasn't she?
You what?
We finished. Me and her.
I see.
So I'm going to Holland on my own. You said this would happen, didn't you? Well, he was right.
Can I talk to her? I mean, Rita.
Oh, it's no good. I've tried. Blanche has tried. She won't budge.
I'm sorry, mate.
Well, I should have had more sense and taken your advice. You do me a favour?
Name me.
Will you run us to the bus station?
I got the van outside.
Right, then.
Well, now?
Nothing to keep me here, mate. Well, one thing.
Aren't you going to stay and say goodbye to Tracy?
Oh, you do it for me, will you? Tell her I'll see her when I can. Come on, mate.
Bye, Ray. Look after yourself.
You too.
With her marriage to Ray at an end, and while waiting for the divorce to come through, Dierdre and Tracy moved in with Emily. As usual, everyone in the street was very supportive, but as if she wasn't upset enough, an event occurred in the street that was to frighten her more than anything else could ever have done.
Well, it could be worse.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm sorry I was so long on the phone to me, Mum. Still, you can come to the park with us another day, can't you?
Of course. Hey, can I wheel her?
Yeah. Listen, I must just pop in the Rovers. I've been promising Mrs. Walker I'd go in for days.
Right. I'll be seeing you then.
Oh, yeah, call in any time. I'm usually in.
Bye, Tracy.
Bye, love.
Won't be a sec, love.
Hello.
Hi, is Mrs. Walker not in?
She's in the living room, love.
Oh, well, in that case.
Oh, don't go running off. She wants to see you. So much about a knitting pattern, is it? Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, come on through. You know what she's like? She won't let it drop if I let you go. Right, who's going to buy me a drink and make hot, passionate love to me? Ask a silly question.
I've made a start already, actually. Will I see it?
Oh, yeah.
I haven't done any for years, actually, but somehow I don't appear to have lost the knack.
Well, you never do you? Oh, it is good of you to make it.
Well, I spotted the pattern in the cabin quite by chance, and I thought, who would look absolutely delightful in that? And, of course, the answer was Tracy. What on earth?
Right, well, what the police do? Go and phone the police, Rita. Go and phone the police. Now, we'll start.
Stan's not in there. Stan's having his hair cut.
Alf! Alf, mate! Somebody give us a hand, will you?
All right, love, all right. He looks to be trapped.
You bloody trap!
Oh. Betty, who's that? Eh? Who's that screaming? I don't know. Well, see, love. Are you all right, Mrs. Walker? Oh, dear. Trapped. Excuse me, lovey. Oh, I'm not, no. Oh, be careful.
Tracy, we're outside. I left
He looks
Tracy
done for,
out
doesn't he?
here. Dead. Tracy. Temper police are on the way.
Right, it's all right, Deirdre. Help's coming.
Tracy.
It's all right. It's help.
Tracy.
Whatever's happened? I don't rightly know. I just got in, you see, and I heard this thud like and all these clattering noises. Must have been all this wood falling off. Ken thinks the driver's dead. Oh, my God, it's not, is it? What's Dierdre saying? Well, something about Tracy.
Tracy!
A baby?
That's what she says. She's the mother.
Tracy, where is she? Why haven't you got her up?
People looking.
Tracy, Tracy, Mummy, Tracy.
You'll do no good doing that, love. The infection might make things worse.
It's Tracy. It's my baby. She's under.
Can we have some assistance?
It's all right. They're...
Get one of you!
They'll find me, baby.
We can't do anything here till we get more assistance.
Sarge! There's a couple of fellas. Here in a bad way, Sarge.
How bad?
One's unconscious.
Right. You watch things out here and make sure no one goes near. Put headquarters in the picture and tell them to get me more men down here. It's a major incident. Off you go.
Alf's in there.
Try and drink this, Deirdre. I've put a lot of sugar in it. Deirdre, love. Tracy wants me. Deirdre. Excuse me, Mrs. Sharple.
Look, lovely, but you'd be far better stopping in here.
Tracy wants me.
Of course she does, but they have to find her first, and they're looking hard, very hard. Now, sit yourself down, and they'll come and tell you as soon as she's been found. And she's going to be found, make no mistake about that.
Deirdre, I only left her for a minute. Wasn't even a minute.
I know, love. I know.
Now, take it easy, Jack. We don't want to do anything to disturb this lot. Just keep your ears pricked.
What about the driver?
You'll have to stay where he is for now. The baby's more important.
Any sign of anything, Jack?
No, sir. Can you ask for quiet again? Quiet, everybody! Quiet, please! I said quiet!
nothing, sir. I suppose she does have a child. Yeah.
She's dead. She is. Tracy's dead.
Nay, love, we don't know.
I do.
Just the loose stuff, lad. Don't go pulling at anything.
I heard it, you know.
Might be good news.
We found nothing. Not a sign of her.
Except for the doll.
Are you telling me that the child's not under there?
She's not.
I don't know what to say.
What's the matter, Mrs. Short?
Look, you better tell her.
Well, we've managed to search underneath the wood thoroughly, very thoroughly, and there's... well, we can't find any child.
But that's impossible.
It's true, Emily.
So, the only conclusion is... well, she couldn't have been under there in the first place, could she?
Tracy's not dead, then?
Well...
Dierdre, she's all right! Tracy's... all right. Dierdre! The back door's wide open.
The back door? Well, where's Dierdre?
She's gone.
Right, take her away.
Oh, sweet. Is that the girl who took Tracy?
Yes, it is,
You
Mrs. Bishop.
terrible girl, you terrible, terrible girl.
Now, Mrs. Bishop, come on. You'd best take the child inside.
Yes, yes.
She's not a bit tired. She's sleeping quite happily.
Where's everyone going?
We're just going scouting round. Do you lend a hand?
Can I come with you, Len?
I don't see why not.
Oh, I'll get my
Ta-love. Ta-ta then.
Bye. Bye.
Mrs. Langton? Mrs. Langton, we've got the baby. We've got Tracy.
Stay here.
Emily.
Why didn't you bring her up?
We can't. She doesn't believe that Tracy's still alive. She could jump in.
Oh, dear God.
Stay here. I'm going to fetch Tracy.
Hey, she's chattering away to herself up there.
It's amazing how self-sufficient children are. Little girls mostly. Little boys cling to their mummies and then leave them.
Oh. Get Tracy down. I'm taking her. We found Dierdre.
Mrs. Langton, we've got her. We've got the baby.
Easy. Got Tracy. Tracy's here. Here's Mummy now, look.
Tracy. Oh, Tracy. Oh.
As Dierdre settled down, living with Emily and working in the corner shop, she found that she was the centre of attraction among the eligible bachelors in the street, but the man who was most interested in her was Ken. and she was just a little interested in him.
Yes, darling, what can I get you this unaccustomed hour of the day?
Well, I'm embarrassed to ask.
Speak up, I'm a woman of the world.
Just a packet of crisps, please, Bet.
Is that all?
Yeah, roast chicken flavour. Reenie's run out and that fussy little madam of mine won't have any other flavour.
You spoil her, you know.
Well, a promise is a promise, Ken. She's been good as gold all day and she ate all her tea.
Also, Amy, you don't want your entire life to revolve around her. It's not good for either of you.
Well, no option. At that age, they're a full-time occupation.
Not when they're asleep.
Hmm?
I was suggesting a little recreational therapy for hard-working mums.
Oh, you're not having another disco, are you? Not so soon. I mean, I could take it, but I don't think my feet could.
No. I was thinking about something a little more relaxing, like a drink, or a bite to eat, or the pictures, or possibly the theatre if there's something good on.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds very nice, Ken. I'd like that.
Good. Tonight?
What? Going out 2 nights on the run? You'll have folk talking about me.
I think
yeah, why not?
All right. I think on reflection, a nice quiet meal somewhere with no background music.
In that case, you're definitely on.
Great. I'll pick you up about 8 then.
Fine. Sit down.
Fine.
That was absolutely marvellous.
Good. Like some cheese? Got some camembert?
Not for me, thanks. That was just right.
Well, why don't you make yourself comfortable on the settee?
Cheers. You know, you really are a smashing cook.
Not really. There's 1 or 2 things I can do pretty well, but I've not got much range, to be absolutely honest. The trouble is, there's a very definite limit to the number of things I can get Uncle Albert to try.
Well, anyway, that was a smashing feat.
Good. I must do it more often, or something like it, anyway.
I'd like that.
Yeah, so would I. You know, I really would like to see more of you, take you out more. What do you say?
I say, fine.
Right, well, how about tomorrow? Tomorrow night? Do you think you get to sit up with Tracy?
I think so.
Good. Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't we go out somewhere? In the car, I think. A little further afield.
Ken wasn't the only one interested in Dierdre. He had a rival for her affections in Mike Baldwin. Over the years, this rivalry would continue and develop into something very dangerous.
Outside, love, you're not picking fellas up in here.
Oh, looks as if you're right. You've not seen Ken, have you?
I am.
Has he stood you up then? Well, he was supposed to be meeting me at 7:30. He's not at home. He's not in here.
Well, where is he supposed to meet you?
Well, I thought he was calling for me.
And here I am.
Oh. You've not seen Ken, have you?
Well, if I had, I wouldn't tell you. Why, stood you up, has he?
Just like David Niven, isn't he?
Hasn't he phoned?
Well, you thought at least he'd have phoned, wouldn't you?
Well, look, I'm going for a solitary meal. The Jag is outside, so why don't you join me? I mean, look at you. Look at the trouble you've gone to. We can't waste all that lot, can we?
Listen, if Ken comes in, will you tell him I couldn't wait? Where did you say the Jag was?
Outside.
Well, I suppose she knows what she's getting.
Yes, prawn cocktail and fillet steak.
Makes you sick, doesn't it?
Sorry. Has Dierdre been in?
Oh, well, sir, you're in the doghouse, mate.
Where have you been?
Well, my car broke down, didn't it? On the moors, miles from anywhere. I walked 2 miles back to a garage, shut up tight.
No phone? Don't tell me, vandalised.
Yes, well, I finally get a lift. I had to dump my car. This chap drove me to Stalybridge station. Train just pulling out, otherwise I phoned you from there. How was she?
Not very happy.
I wouldn't say that. I thought she was in good hands. In a manner of speaking, like. She went out with Mike Baldwin.
Mike?
Oh, we got her on the rebound. If I were you, Ken, I'd leave it till morning.
Tonight, of all nights. Oh, just a lady.
Oh.
I've had it fixed. I'm mobile again.
Sorry. Oh, the car.
So, where'd you like to go tonight?
Pardon?
To scrub the memory of last time, and I guarantee positively no letdown. Anywhere you want to go, provided you don't need a visa, and you choose.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Ken, I can't.
Oh, it's a babysitter. I'm sure Emily will maybe.
No, it's not a babysitter. I mean, I do have other social arrangements, you know. I don't just sit in every night waiting for you to take me out.
Okay, point taken.
I'm sorry, Ken.
Not to worry. As you say, you're entitled to make other arrangements.
I mean, I would have loved to see you, but it's just that I've...
You're busy.
Yeah, tonight, but another time I'd love to.
Good. I'll take you up on that.
Right.
A big monster.
Oh,
dear. Could this be the exclusive little restaurant adored by the Weatherfield jet set?
This is the Weatherfield jet set.
Well, I'll just take Tracy up for you,
Oh,
and
thanks.
then I'll get along.
Say goodnight to Uncle Mike, Tracy.
Good night, gorgeous. Sweet dreams. Well, I was going to stick this in the fridge, but after your friend's reception, I think it's chilled enough.
Oh, no. She does tend to get a bit motherly with me.
Tell me, do all the other fellas you bring up here get the same treatment, or is it just me?
No, it's just you. She quite approves of the other 579.
She's got nothing to worry about, you know. More importantly, neither of you.
Oh, you phony.
What?
Well, you mean it's all a bit con? All this about you being the Coronation Street Casanova?
Disappointed?
Well, naturally. At least with a wolf in wolf's clothing, a girl knows where she is.
Well, let's say there's a bit of truth with a hell of a lot of embroidery.
I see. And which bit's the truth?
With you, darling, everything.
Assuming I believe that, why?
Because you're different.
I bet you say that to all the girls who cook your steak in red wine with mushrooms and homemade lemon mousse to follow.
No, because nobody else has. And that's one of the things that makes you different. See you then, sweetheart. And thank you for a fantastic meal and a terrific evening. I'll phone you. Is that right? You've been to one of those charm schools for barmen, Fred?
Oh, you're another one, aren't you? A right smart, Alex.
What do you mean? I'm just ignorant. You know, it's getting easier and easier to upset old Fred.
Mike. You and Dierdre?
Yeah?
Well, what's the situation?
The situation is that I've taken her out a few times. That's the situation.
Nothing...
Nothing what? Now, look, I've taken her out a few times. It's worked. We've had a ball. And I've been quite surprised how much of a ball we've had. Now, that can't be bad, can it? And I'm cynical now. It's not all that common. All right?
I've been having a barney whip, boss.
Yeah, so I heard.
Well, show some flaming interest.
You know, everyone's got problems except me.
It's true, isn't it? The devil does look after his own.
Look, Ken, nothing's changed as far as I'm concerned. I like being a free agent. I like going out with a fella I like having a good time. I mean, flipping heck. I haven't had much of a one this last few years, and part of the reason for that's down to you, you know.
But we could have a good time.
No, Ken, no, I'm sorry. Oh, sorry. I just don't see that you've got the right to ask me, just because you're jealous.
Well, yes, I am. I am jealous. I'm wildly jealous. I'm jealous to the pit of my stomach, but it's not just jealousy. I need to know that you're there when I want you.
Oh,
Look,
come
I
on.
need to think of you with affection, love, and certainty. Not with frustration, anger, and uncertainty. I can't bear that, Deirdre. I really can't.
Well, you certainly give a girl something to think about. But I'm still not
You're
prepared.
not convinced, are you?
It's not that. Look, Ken, I've got a life going for me that's pleasant. I wake up in the morning looking forward to my day and the people in it, and I'm not prepared to...
Not even if we got engaged?
Engaged? That's something else altogether.
Well, it's a step in the right direction.
Those whom God has joined together, let no man put asunder. Forasmuch as Kenneth and Dierdre have consented together in holy wedlock, and have witnessed the same before God and this company, and thereto have given and pledged their troths either to the other, and have declared the same by the giving and receiving of a ring, and by the joining of hands, I pronounce them to be man and wife together. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Ghost. Amen.
Hardly going to be a jolly Christmas for anyone then, is it?
Well, whose fault will that be? Not mine.
Won't it?
No. Honestly, it wouldn't have killed him just to have gone to my mum's for a few days. We'd have had a better time there as well. I mean, you do in a club over Christmas, don't you? Correction, I'd have had a better time there.
Hardly going to be exactly miserable here, are you, Deirdre? There's the dance tonight.
Oh, the dance.
Oh, come on now, Deirdre. It looks like being a very lively do. And if it is, the credit will be all Ken's. He's worked very hard organising it.
Yes,
So I think you'd be very peevish not to go. You'll spoil it for Ken. And like I said, it'll put a damper on the whole Christmas.
What about Ken being peevish? He could easily have gone to me mum's just for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Anyway, I still might go on my own like I threatened I would.
It is the season of goodwill to all men, Deirdre, even to stubborn husbands. Such a waste, I always think, to be wretched at Christmas time.
A lot of folk are.
Yes, but you don't have to be now, do you?
All right, Emily Bishop, I'll go to his flipping dance. Honestly, you'd have made a good lady vicar, you.
Oh, I'm far too wicked.
Who am I going to dance with, though? Ken's going to be too busy organising everybody.
You could dance with me.
Oh, right couple of wallflowers.
Hi.
Hello there.
Hi.
Right, what are you having?
Half a lager, please.
Half of lager, half of bitter,
I'll get
Scotch
these.
from... No, you won't. Scotch from Mike and a pint, then.
No, I'm just going for me tea.
You sure?
Yeah, thank
Right, that's all then, Bet. Oh, no, make it another half. This will do for Uncle Albert.
See you then, eh? Don't
Come on, mate. See you.
mate.
Everything all right for tonight?
Yeah, I think so.
Where will I see you?
I better come to your place about 8.
Right. Well, you know what my girls are like. They drive a hard bargain. Or at least they try to. Do you know what I mean?
Trade's flourishing, I take it.
Everything's absolutely fantastic. Everything.
Right, I'm off then.
Where are you going, Mummy?
I'm going to see your Auntie Carol, darling.
When by now you go, there's some wrong folk about.
Bye-bye, lovey. Be a good girl. She should be in bed in half an hour, Ken.
Yeah, that's all right. I'll see to her. You have a nice time.
Right. Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Shall I take your coat off?
Mr. Baldwin, nice to see you again, sir.
Evening, Marco.
Shall I take Madame's coat?
Thank you.
Now then, have you got a nice table for us?
Of course, sir. For you, always. Is this all right for you, Mr. Baldwin?
Yeah, fine.
Madame?
Thank you.
Excellent. I think we'll have a drink. What do you fancy?
Gin and tonic, please.
Right, a large gin and tonic and my usual, please.
One large gin and one large scotch.
You all right there?
Yeah, fine. It's a really nice place, this, isn't it?
Always good food here. I think you like it. And don't worry. You won't see anyone from Coronation Street.
Actually, I believe you. I don't think I've ever been anywhere as fancy as this.
You're not nervous?
Well, bits.
Don't be. I'll look after you, I promise.
Your drinks won't be a moment, Mr. Baldwin. The chef's special is lobster tonight. He also recommends the pheasant.
Well, there's no rush, Marco. We'll have a little think about it.
Flippin' heck, it's like a school atlas, this. Oh, my word.
Don't worry about the price. I want you to order whatever you want. And don't worry about the cost.
You say so.
I do. I made a bit of money today. And you know what I think about money? It's for spending.
What are you having, Kenneth?
No, nothing, thanks, Eddie. I just want 2 bottles of strong ale to take home with me, please.
Oh, aren't you going to stop and flirt with me?
Sorry, I'm babysitting with Uncle Albert. Deirdre's gone to see a friend.
Thank you.
Is everything all right, Mr. Baldwin?
Yeah, fine, thanks, Mark.
Yes, very nice, thank you.
That pheasant all right for you?
Oh, yeah, lovely. I think I'm a bit full, though.
Oh, no, you just leave room for the sweet. They've got a great sweet trolley.
You know this place very well, don't you? And they certainly seem to know you.
I've done a few deals over this table.
Brought a few girlfriends here as well, have you?
One or two, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have asked you that.
I don't mind. No use pretending I live like a monk, is it? You, enjoying yourself?
Oh, of course I am.
Not nervous anymore?
No, not really. Hey, I tell you what, though. I feel a bit underdressed compared to some of the women here. You see, I couldn't go over the top when I was getting ready, or else Ken might have spotted something was wrong. Although, on second thoughts, I don't suppose he would. You know, I don't think he actually sees me these days. I think he thinks I'm just part of the wallpaper.
He must be mad. I mean, you may not be turned out the way you wanted to be, but as far as I'm concerned, you look absolutely fantastic. But then, you always have done.
Hello, Emily.
You don't mind me calling at this time, Ken, but I saw that the light was on, otherwise I wouldn't have bothered you.
Oh, that's all right.
Oh, I don't want to wake Mr. Tatlock up.
Don't worry, I'm just about to nudge him and suggest it's time for bed.
Oh, well, I really came to see Dierdre. She was talking about knitting a jumper for Tracy the other day, and I knew I had a pattern somewhere. Anyway, I've just this minute unearthed it.
Oh, good. She'll be glad of that.
Has Dierdre gone to bed? I knew I shouldn't have come round this late.
No, she's out, actually. Just popped round to see a friend.
Oh, she's late, isn't she?
No, she shouldn't be long. Would you like a cup of tea? I'm just about to make one.
No, thanks, Ken. I must get back home. Time I was in bed.
Yeah, best place for us all.
Time is it, Mike?
11 o'clock.
Time I was getting back.
Oh, come on, the night's young yet.
Not for me, it isn't. I've had a smashing night, Mike. Thanks.
My pleasure. I suppose I'll be wasting my time suggesting a club.
Well, yes, you are.
Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't we pop back to my flat for the last drink, eh?
I've really got to get back.
Dierdre, I'll ask you a question. You're not regretting tonight, are you?
No. Should I be?
No. In my experience, the things you regret are the things that you don't do. The chances you miss. That's what you regret. My place?
Yeah. All right.
All right.
All right, for the sake of argument, let's suppose I neglected you, though I don't agree that I did.
Well, you wouldn't, would you?
Just let me finish, for God's sake. Even if I had. Do you think that excuses what you did? I mean, couldn't you have come to me? Couldn't you have said, let's talk this thing out?
I didn't know how. I tried in my own way. It's not easy, you know.
Oh, I see. It's easier to start sleeping with Mike Baldwin.
Hello?
It's me.
Oh, Mike. Listen, I can't talk now.
Why, what's the matter?
Nothing. I just can't talk now. I'll speak to you later.
Oh, no, you won't. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Who's a little chap? No doubt there've been a good many of those over the past few weeks. Baldwin, of all people! You decide to have an affair to enliven the tedium of your marriage, and you have to go and pick a little creep like him!
I didn't pick him! I didn't go looking for an affair. I didn't want an affair.
Oh, I see. It was an irresistible impulse. Was it written in the stars? This thing was bigger than both of you.
I hate you when you talk like
What
that.
you hate is the truth! About your sordid little bit on the side with a spiv like Baldwin!
At least he's human. At least he wanted me.
I wanted you!
You never wanted me, Ken, or kids, or anything. It's your pride that's hurt, that's all.
That's not true, I'm afraid. I loved you. I'm the man you married. I'm exactly the same now as I was then, and if that wasn't what you wanted, why did you marry me?
Oh, Ken.
Ignore it.
No.
Why did you put the phone down on me?
It's Ken. He knows. I've told him everything.
Get out of this house. Shut up! I'm warning you. Get out of this house.
There you go. Go. Ken, stop. Right. I'm off then.
Yeah.
And just for your information, I'm not going to Mike Baldwin's. I wouldn't take Tracy there, whatever you might think.
So, where?
Going to my mum's. Start with, anyway.
Your mother's?
Yeah.
For God's sake.
I thought at least you'd be pleased about that. Can't I do anything right?
You're ending our marriage. You're breaking up this family just to go to your mother's. I mean, what does that solve?
It gets me out of here, doesn't it? It gets me away from you.
Ah.
Well, that's what you said you wanted. For me to go.
Yes. Because of what you've done. Because of what you think of our marriage. And don't you go trying to tell me that I'm the one who's ending this thing. It's your doing. It's been your doing from start to finish, and it's you that's walking out of that door now.
Right. Now we know.
All right, well, just don't you think. Just don't think that when you walk out of that door that you're ever coming back.
I won't.
I should go home.
Well, what for especially?
Good question. I could be looking down the paper for a job.
Well, you can do that here. Sorry it's a bit late.
Oh, Tom. You know what the worst thing is?
Well, being me, yes, I probably do.
Even I am saying, what was I thinking about? I'm old enough to know better, so why didn't I?
Because that's not the way it works, because it makes you feel the way you did before you were old enough to know better, if you see what I mean.
Oh, I do. I just feel totally stupid and humiliated.
Oh, come on, don't be so hard on yourself.
I'm very good at not forgiving people. I didn't forgive Ray. I didn't forgive Ken. And now I'm going to have an awful lot of trouble forgiving myself.
Oh, you've got to do that. I mean, it's the secret of my success in life, is that? At least I can forgive myself.
Agadir, to be precise.
It's a bit sudden, isn't it? Only, this morning you couldn't be bothered to go to Coronation.
Well, there's no point sitting around moping. Do something impetuous, you said.
Well, I'm really pleased for you. I am, Dierdre. So when do you go?
Wednesday afternoon, and I can't wait. 2 weeks of sun, sand, and
sheep's eyes.
Oh, come on, Betty. I'll be staying in a 3-star hotel, not a Bedouin tent.
No, Betty's right, you want to watch yourself out there. You might get converted and come back wearing a veil over your face.
Yeah, well, there's some people around here might think that was an improvement.
Don't be so daft. You're lovely.
Oh, did you want to see me photos?
Well, I hope they're not like that one you took of me at Christmas. I've got half a head and no feet.
Do you mind? I've had offers from Hello magazine for these, you know. There you are.
Oh.
That's me by the pool with Bill and Jenny. They were a nice couple. I met from Nottingham. She was a scream. That's me haggling over a ring.
Oh, who's this with you?
Shamir. He was a waiter at the hotel.
A local, then?
Yes, he's a foreigner, and yes, he was a lot younger than I am, and yes, we had a holiday romance. And no, I don't regret a minute of it.
I'm glad to hear it.
I thought you'd disapprove.
I might have once. Now, somewhat late in life, I've come to realise that if you have the chance of happiness, you should take it. I only wish Bernard could have realised it too. He looks nice.
How long have you known Mr. Rashid?
A while.
How long's a while?
I met him in July.
Last month. I see. Where did you meet him?
In Agadir. I was there on holiday.
And him?
He was working there.
As?
A waiter.
How long did you stay?
Fortnight.
What else do you know about him?
How do you mean?
Well, do you know his family?
His family? No, What is all this? What's going on?
Can you confirm the purpose of Mr. Rashid's visit to the UK?
Ah, so he is here then? He's here on holiday. What's the problem?
Where's he staying?
With me.
And that's at?
Number 1 Coronation Street, Weatherfield.
You invited him,
Yes,
even though you've only known him for a few weeks.
that's right.
Where did he get the money for his ticket? He was also carrying £300 in cash. Where would he get that kind of money?
I don't know, we saved it up.
He's a waiter, Mrs. Barlow, in a small North African hotel. If he's telling the truth, that is.
He's not a criminal, if that's what you're suggesting. I sent him the money, and I paid his airfare. We're crazy about each other. He's my lover. Now, is there anything else you'd like to know? Thanks very much. Keep the change. Well, this is it. I'm sorry about the welcome. It wasn't quite what I planned. What's funny?
Your face with that man.
You should have seen his when I told him you were my lover.
You said that?
Yeah. I don't know what came over me.
Now I know why he gave me a bad time. He was jealous.
Get away. He probably thought I was just another silly middle-aged woman making a fool of myself.
I don't.
What is it? I've forgotten something. What? Oh, it's all right. I've not forgotten to switch the gas stove off. It's more important than that. I've forgotten this.
What?
The two of us together. Oh, I mean, we've had so many other problems to sort out lately. Jobs, money, and... Well, I've forgotten why. I knew why in my head. It was so that we could be together. But that's the one thing that hasn't been happening lately, isn't it? You know, with Tracy, everything I did for years was really connected with her. Making sure she had clothes on her back, keeping a roof over our heads, and then she left. And one morning I woke up and I thought, I've missed her. I have missed all those years with her. And I was there the whole time, so how? I don't want to miss the time with you, Samir. Because that's what it's all about. That's the whole point, isn't it?
I love you.
We're like a couple of kids. Great. Okay. I've got an idea, but I don't know if you'll like it.
I will try anything that will allow me to live here with you as an equal, instead of somebody you have to keep.
Don't say that till you've heard what it is.
What?
Well, our only problem is that you're a foreign visitor, right?
Right?
Other than that, things couldn't be better. Well, not for me, anyway.
Not for me, anyway.
So, all we've got to do is stop you being a foreign visitor. Turn you into my husband. Will you marry me?
I'm home.
You're back early.
Yes. You okay, Dierdre?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just a bit tired. Glad to see you, though.
Listen, I think about this all day. What you said to me the other night.
What was that?
Oh, come, you have not forgotten. Unless you were joking with me. About you and me get married.
No, I wasn't joking. Perhaps I should have been.
No, you were right. I think about this all day. We should get married. Let's get married, Dierdre. I make it so now.
Oh, you most certainly can.